Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm anticipating a good stream because I have one cat over here sleeping and one cat down here sleeping, so I'm kitty sandwiched. We last left off with trying to get Ala Mhigo, Little Ala Mhigo to aid us, and they're all like, we don't like outsiders, we don't like Midlander hearers or anybody that's not an Ala Mhigan. And Minfilia then sent us to Quarrymill. Well, she sent us to a scion who is a Ala Mhigan refugee who says nobody's going to listen to me, but I know somebody in Quarrymill who might be able to help you. So we are now in Quarrymill, and we are going to do the side quests and continue the main story and see how far we can get, and hopefully not get too allergic to streaming, because I don't feel like cutting it short because my eyes are watering. So let's see how this goes. So we did attune, I believe, to this 8th rite. Yes, we did. So let's learn all about Quarrymill. I am not going to do the leave meets. I might pick it up just so it gets off my map. And then go ahead and hide it. And I'll clear that sometime off stream. There we go. Okay. Delivery Moogle, no mail for us. We've got more than our fair share of problems here, but all's well that ends with a hearty meal at the end of the day. Huh? You want me to introduce you to the Resistance? Ha! Why the hell should I do that? Just give me one reason. Huh? Harbert sent you? That worthless whoreson. He abandons his comrades, his woman, and now he has the gall to ask me for a favor? Simply incredible. I mean, I realize Harbert was only doing what he felt was right. He's a good man, and if he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. Do you see that bloke there? That's Meffrid, a captain of the Resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. You're not giving me anything I need. So, well, we'll just grab something and sell it. Some of ours have had to remain outside the hamlet. They're hardened soldiers all, and no strangers to discomfort. But it's a trying experience, being in a place that loves you not. And already, I'm having trouble with my eyes. Hi, I'm Meffrid, a proud man of the Ala Mhigan Resistance. What business do you have with me, adventurer? Captain, it's Galleon, sir. His wound's gone and festered, and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. Gods damn it, I asked the villagers for aid, got on my knees and begged, but they refused to lift a finger. If Galleon dies, his blood is on their hands. These Quarrymill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to Lahabrea. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Please, adventurer, go to her and try. So, Ala Mhigo won't help me because I'm outsider, but you're pissed off because the Credanians won't help you because, yeah. Right, logic! One of Meffrid's is in bad shape, you say? I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. I want to help, truly I do. They're my countrymen, after all. But that'd mean going against the Elemental's will. I've been at Quarrymill long enough to know right how terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone got banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help, it'd be Charlene, the hamlet's resident hearer. If you take the matter to her, maybe she'll listen, though I wouldn't get my hopes up. And that's all Palace of the Dead people. You wish to aid the Ala Mhigans? You are possessed of a kind heart, adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant your wish. This authority belongs only to the elementals, the eternal guardians of the Twelveswood. All outsiders, be they babes at the breast or men grown, are judged of a night whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Ala Mhigans' petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive of the wood's bounty, even as it has ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. Greetings, adventurer. Perhaps you have heard, but these forests have fallen prey to a band of poachers. They litter the ground of dastardly snares, caring not a whit for the innocents, small animals and travellers alike, caught in their vile clutches. I am forbidden to leave my post, but perhaps you could scour the area and see to any ghastly steel maws that you encounter. Be careful, the poachers themselves may be lying in ambush awaiting their prey. That's how it is to be, then? The bloody hero might as well kill Gale herself. Spit on the elementals, and spit on their bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. I'll take the coin. I led my men to Quarrymill hoping to find refuge. Instead we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hells, Galleon can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I've no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy with poison-purging properties. Say that 3 times fast. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd be forever in your debt. Sure. Let's finish seeing what the whole place has to offer first. Are you perchance looking to purchase fresh fish? Well, I'm afraid I just sold the last of my stock. Very sorry, friend, but due to my reputation as a first-rate fisherwoman, my wares are quite popular. I was once a quartermaster at a lightly guarded camp, constantly harried by foul beasts, but now I hold the post at this quiet settlement, a less perilous duty, I concede, the one which requires no less effort. Is there anybody up here? Bloody scafflaw, you'll not escape the wood whaler's justice. You, adventurer, one of those loathsome poachers, has fled into the village and hides under our nose as we speak. You are to join the search effort at once. That's an order. I'm not a wood whaler. You can't order me around. Because I have, titles turned off. I can't tell if these are NPCs hanging out up here or other adventurers. Happenings at Taker's Rot and Redbelly Hive, the latest rumors concerning Earth's font. Why, if I have to write another report, my arm is going to fall off. That's an adventure. NPCs don't jump off the things. Do I need mending? Nah. Mayhap you've heard the tales, but the place they call Redbelly Hive wasn't always a wretched nest of scum and villainy. In the old days, it was home to a hamlet called Bowbury. Wow, I can't pronounce things today. Where here and Elizabeth alike lived a life of peace. That was before the calamity came and all hells broke loose. Those red-belly whoresons moved in when the villagers fled, and they've had their run of the place ever since. It is our hope to win the village back, but the red-bellies are no common outlaws. They read our every move from miles away. That's where you come in. What say you enter the wasp's net and take the sting out of those bastards? In the days before the calamity, my grandfather was village elder of Bowberry. He tried, gods be good, we tried, to reclaim his home, but to no avail. Passed away last year, he did. With his last breath, he spoke of a family heirloom, an axe passed down for generations. Now those red-belly whoresons use it to split wood, mocking us all the while. The 12 take me if I allow those bastards to besmirch grandfather's memory any longer. You'll bring it back for me, won't you? Welcome, friend. Many of your kind come to Quarrymill seeking a respite from the hardships of adventuring. Might you care to put your troubles aside for a day and live the farmer's life? Old Fox in the orchards to the north has quite a harvest on his hands this year, and knowing him, he'd be much obliged for a helping hand. My dad's off hunting, and I'm bored. Is there anything fun to do around here? Antelope and dormice abound in these parts, but we must be careful not to hunt more than befits our need. What the forest gives, it can just as easily take away. And I think that does my circle. Alright. Somewhere around here is a hiding poacher. Let's check the edges. It's probably outside the walls, though. Nope, there he is. Don't hurt me, I beg of ye. I swear on me life I never meant to do no wrong, but what with me brother sick and starving, when they promised me money for medicine, what else was I to do? Ye have me word, from this day forth I'll earn me coin by honest work or not at all. You'll show me mercy just this once, won't ye? 12 bless your gentle soul. How many times have you used that line? The poacher escaped? Inexcusable. I should have known better than to entrust such a task to an adventurer. Those who defy the elementals must be served justice, or we all shall pay the price. You do well not to forget this. Such high level that I'm attacking this guy right in front of his face, and he's not gonna get up and stop me. there's kind of a wall there. Let's run around it. Hunt marks. The orchard. There you are. What brings an adventurer to my humble orchard? Set your sights on sprite apples rather than beastskins today? Well, I for one am mighty grateful for that. These bones aren't fit for climbing as they used to be. I'd be much obliged if you can pick some apples for me. Oh, and you want to make sure no creepy crawlies are hiding inside. Har har. Let's go apple picking! There's a creepy crawly. I have tons of food I can be burning. Alright. Back to the hamlet. Anyway, need to get a drink at some point, because my coffee's all done. Alright, who all do I need to turn these questions? A lot of people over here. Oh, I should have given my apples to Fox. My bad. You fought well for us today, friend. When Barbary is reclaimed for our people, you can take pride in knowing that you struck a vital blow. Well, were you able to reclaim the axe from those bloody thieves? Indeed I was. Just as Grandfather always described it, you're a godsend, friend. Grandfather, I swear to you, the next time a red belly sees this axe, it'll be buried in his good-for-naught skull. I'm actually going to hide this one for the time being, so that way I don't have more quests that get hidden from me. Coyotes should meow like ghillie cats when they die. Just saying. Okay, now we can go back. And we've unlocked some extra side quests, it looks like. Would you just go up and deliver those damn apples? Sorry, ran away with your apples. Why, I'll be. Just the sight of your harvest has me mouth watering. You've an eye for apple picking, my friend. I've a daughter just around your age. What say you settle down here when you've had enough questing for glory? No. I don't want either of these. Friend, feast your eyes on this. Why, I've not been blessed with the harvest of this likes of this in, well, as long as I can remember. And all I've done is the picking. It's the guardians of the forest what brought me this bounty. I'd give thanks myself, but what with these poachers around, I'm likely to end up with an arrow through me head. Might you be kind enough to make the offering in me stead, and on your return bring an apple to Castellane. He's been looking gaunt of late. All the way down there. Okay. That one. What brings you to Quarrymill, adventurer? Mayhap you heard that our pact with the elementals permits hunting in this area? Do not think that gives you leave to strip the forest bare. A sprite apple? My favorite! However did you know? From Fox, you say? The man is too kind. Why, each scrumptious sprite brings me back to days of... forgive me, friend. You've done good work today, friend. Still, with your self-styled King of the Quarkwalls running the operation, the poachers are not like to yield easily. No, we must be more vigilant than ever. Ah, you're back. Tell me you've got 4 horns with you. I do, right here. You're a god, said Adventurer. Praise Rhalgr, there's at least one man in this place who gives a damn. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Buscarone, would you? Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he runs a tavern, he's like to have the tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns over to him and have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Faramond here. Godspeed. Sure. You couldn't have come at a better time, friend. I have a crisis on my hands here. What manner of crisis, you ask? Do you see this bottle of Muntui sauce? It's empty, down to the last drop. Of course it's a crisis. Why, if our gourds find their supper wanting for flavor, their like is not to turn their lances on me instead of our foes. Might you travel to the Muntoi cellars and obtain some of the Masher arament obtain some from Masher Ermont to save a poor culinarian from this dire fate? Of all the directions I could have gone, I picked one that doesn't lead to a place I could go. They say Muntoi brew is an essential ingredient in many Gridanian dishes. If you ask me, it's just an excuse to let the chef drink without arousing suspicion. Here we ferment the Muntoi beans to make all sorts of wonderful, delicious products. Oh, how I love the smell of fermented beans. Shame my wife hates it. She won't touch me till I've bathed and washed my clothes. Addox exhausted her supply again, has she? Told the woman time and again to order in bulk, I did, but she never listens. Hold your chocobos, friend. The next batch will be ready before long. Here's your Muntoi sauce, you say? Where's your Muntoi sauce, you say? Look, friend, Gridania wasn't built in a day. I'll tell you what, though. If you're so eager, how's about you help me put the finishing touches on my latest batch? You just might learn a thing or two in the process. Here on these shelves, I keep my stock of secret spices. What gives my Muntoi sauce its distinctive punch, you ask? A perilla leaf, a dried dragon pepper, and an ounce of shroud pepper. Just toss all 3 in the guile fat, and Geoffrey will take care of the rest. When the sauce is done, you're free to take a bottle to Adek. Not that that's like to put an end to her whining. Dragon pepper. Shroud pepper. Oh, no. Where's the other room? Thought I couldn't go in here. Oh, there is another room outside. Ha! Perilla leaf. Oh, hello there. Apprenticing at the cellars for the day? Very well then. 1 perla leaf, 1 dried dragon pepper, and an ounce of shroud pepper, and Aramon's done it again. As thanks for your help, this bottle is on the house. Alright, we'll deliver that to her when we get back to Meffrid. Off to the druthers. Actually, I'm going to deliver this to her on the off chance she's going to send me to the druthers too. You're back! Oh, do tell me you've brought Muntoy sauce. I swear to you, I just overheard a wood whaler talking about tossing me into a cauldron. Ah, the distinctive mouth-watering aroma of Muntoy beans, topped off with Aramon's special blend of secret spices, no doubt. He has done it again. Thank you, friend. I dare say you've prevented a mutiny today. Spell speed, skill speed. Okay, nope. Off to the druthers. Gale, ever a sight for sore eyes. How fares the adventuring? Rolling in the coin like there's no tomorrow, no doubt. You've got something to show me? Well, these look like good old antelope horns. Need them ground down to make medicine, you say? Here's a better idea. I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. I'm no stranger to the remedy. An Ala Mhigan friend once used it to treat my festering wound, years and years ago. Safe to say he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Ala Mhigan soldier in Quarrymill? Huh, so it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps the poor sod as needs it. Oh, and don't worry your little head off about payment. I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. Don't mind me while I mount my chocobo in your tavern. It is well to see you returned. Have you the medicine for our brother? I do. God bless you, adventurer. I'll see that Galeon receives treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him, trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. What level am I wearing? I'm all over the damn place. Adventurer, Galeon has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his condition's likely to deteriorate to where it was before, or worse. We need you to help us find him, and quickly. Start by asking Albreda. Might be as the woman's seen something. You are Rogadin. Ah, finally! It's about time you came asking about Galleon. I watched him leave Quarrymill some time ago, and he left me the sealed letter before he went off, made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden any longer. This is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me. Just find your way safely to Little Ala Mhigo. Blast it. Would that I'd known what he was thinking, I'd have stopped this folly myself. The love Galleon bears for his brothers is so strong, he's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood in his weakened state is suicide. Out in the wilds, alone? That fool? That great big sentimental fool? My men and I will scour the wood for Galleon. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. You're attacking me? I'm like 10 levels higher than you. Okay, I don't know where he is. Oh, on the path to Earth's Font. I figured he'd been trapped by goblins. Watch out! A goblin! Galleon! Captain, but why? You should all be on your way. Who do you take us for? We're Ala Mhigans, and Ala Mhigans never forsake one another. Hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore, gods damn it, the oath to reclaim our homeland? We'll set foot on Ala Mhigan soil again, together, or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing you'll wish we didn't find you. I can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I will see you back at Quarrymill. Can't we just all go together? here for a second. Let Gale stare you down. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get water. And I return. Yeah. Okay. Galleon's expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. None. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something of me. You've proven a friend to my people. Ask me anything and it's yours, as long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of the people of Little Ala Mhigo, that's all? Far from be it from me to question your desire, of course. Very well, I will provide you with a letter to show Gundobald. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I've no doubt that he will do all in his power to aid you. Back to Little Ala Mhigo. Should have checked to make sure we were done with side quests there, but... Yeah, I'll pick up these leaves too, so they're off my map. Nope, I have to pick it up. Okay. Away northeast of here you'll find the Sepulchre, a frightfully named place, no? Fitting, though, seeing how it's best known as home to the villainous Corpse Brigade. To think that the erstwhile Kingsguard of Alamito can end up a band of... Okay, did I reread that? Yep, I remember now. Why have you returned? You are not welcome here. I thought I made that clear. A quickly drawn up letter addressed to one Gundobald. You spoke with Meffrid? It's been so long since I heard of him, I had feared him dead. 12 be praised. Whoever you are, Meffrid sees you as a friend, and any friend of Meffrid is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek. Oh yeah, that's why we're here. We're looking for Lahabrea. And will tell you what I can. What are my pants right now? 30. What is my ring right now? Same. An outsider resembling your mass stranger has reportedly been appearing near Little Ala Mhigo of late. What more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt you'll want to question them about their trysts, while they are not like to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may well feel obliged to talk. Alright, kids, what have you been up to? A masked man? No idea what you're talking about, and I ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. Gundobald sent you? Listen. I told them it was a bad idea. All that tripe about believing the masked man and... Oh, you don't know anything about this? Why didn't you say so to start with? You can't throw the old bear's name around like that and expect me not to think I'm in for it. Ready for a new axe. This one's a little diminutive. Is anybody up here? Or are all you down below? I think you're all down below. Can I jump down below? I can jump down below! There's a bunch been skulking about right suspicious like, but I've got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and that's their troubles, and that there's trouble, mark me words. What? Have I been meeting any masked men lately? Let's see. Nope, can't say I have, but I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for him. That was less than helpful. So, you have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. Pardon me, I need to scratch my back. Oh, that feels good. Okay. There's an anger inside them. I can see it in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, that same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Ala Mhigo. Naught would do but to depose him and usher in a revolution. Well, we got our revolution all right, but it cost us our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Ala Mhigo had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time, though the young ones know this not. Unless we intervene, they are like to commit great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring word to me. I want coin! Hey, adventurer, you done talking with the old bear? Got a message for you from Wilred. I want to say Wilfred. Wilred. Lad's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you've won over Gundobald, and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at the craggy area north of here. It's nighttime, I can't tell that's an exit. Thanks for coming, friend. 'Tis no ordinary outsider who can gain the trust of the old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you, to discuss something in private. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you, or someone else? Krill got your tongue? No matter. Whoever it is you work for, your meddling ends here. Get him! You really think you sent me up for an ambush? Okay, you're next. You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it we'll reclaim our homeland. Idiot. Don't listen to Lahabrea. Attacked by Wilred and his cronies, that they would go to such length for the sake of that plan of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put an end to this madness. Coin! Wait, let me see. 27... I have that, and I have that. Okay. Big trouble at Little Ala Mhigo. Wilred maintained obtaining the power to bring down the Empire? What power could he be speaking? Gundobald? Bertliana! Gods preserved! What happened? I was out foraging when the Corpse Brigade came. Corpse Brigade. They took me to their hideout, and they... The whole while they laughed at me. They said that I suffer because I cling on to hope. Is it wrong to dream of home? Is it wrong to call ourselves Ala Mhigans? Do not heed such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong. I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know of this? Wilred, he saw me outside. He was so angry. I must tend to Bertliana. In the meantime, I need you to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear they may do something rash. Because there is the zombie group right around the same area, so I keep thinking it's the Corpse Brigade, but it's just other Ala Mhigans, so it's the Core Brigade. Perhaps you've heard of the... Okay, I'm looking it up. Core. Okay. The E throws me off. But that's like OU. Okay, the Core Brigade. A nasty band of brigands that have been terrorizing these parts of late. Smuggling, thievery, cold-blooded murder of innocents. If you see any signs of foul play in these parts, like as not, the Core are behind it. The Cores. I'd like nothing more than to march into their hideout to the northeast and teach them a lesson, but I know when I'm outmatched. Normally I'd hesitate to trust an outsider, a task to the outsider, but you seem a capable sort. What say you teach these scofflaws a lesson? Scofflaws. Alright. I'm also trying to ascertain the youth's intention. Ooh, a map of Xanarak. A detailed map of the Ala Mhigo stronghold in southern Thanalan. What those animals do to Bertliana is unforgivable, and to think they look down on us. Well, I'll suffer this humiliation no more. I'm with Wilred to the bitter end. I'm not afraid of a few lizards. Countless years of use have seen the blade dulled and nicked, and the haft worn smooth. Okay, there's something else hiding here. Probably upstairs, because this place is really small but confusing. Oh, Wilred himself. At the stone. I'm guessing that's Rhalgr's symbol. I think it is. O mighty Rhalgr, Lord of Destruction, we implore you, lend us your strength and put an end to the suffering of your people. Here to interfere again? Well, you're too late. Our plan is already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies, oh god, will pay for their crimes, and no one will dare oppress us ever again. Yes. Let's summon a primal, why don't we? If this plan succeeds, we'll have the power to lay the Empire low, to change the world for the better. Might be as Gundobald's content to eke out an existence in this musty old cave, but I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. Now, where in the seventh hells did I put that bloody map? Oh, you mean the one in my back pocket here? Oh, that's where the Core Brigade is. I'm thinking down here, which is where the Zombie Brigade is. So, they're gonna summon a primal. That's the plan. Gone? The whole lot of them? Then it is as I feared. They mean to take matters into their own hands. But what exactly is it that they mean to do? They want to summon Rhalgr. What's this? A hunting knife and a map of Xanarak? Wait, you said Wilred spoke of crystals, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to. By the gods, this is rank madness. The young fools are untrained and unblooded all. They have no notion of how dangerous the Amalja are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yalms of the crystals. They are headed east. If we hurry, we may yet find them before it's too late. on this starry night. Isn't there nighttime Vanillin music, please? I'll head to the bridge on my way back from up here. What number? 27. Hey, there's a lot of them. Alright, let's go help the kids. Wilred! Did no others survive? This is all wrong. Getting the crystals was supposed to be the start. We were going to reclaim our homeland. We... Pull yourself together, lad. We were going to make an offering of our crystals to Rhalgr, to summon him, just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Xanarak and make off with the lizardmen's cash, but they caught us and so many dead. Gods forgive me. Idiot. Heathens! You shall pay for your crimes with your souls. I regret our young one's transgressions, but a soul is too high a price for youthful folly. For all of their failings, they are the hope of the Ala Mhigan people. This hope I will guard with my life. of the falling petal. Dead. Your skill at arms is impressive, adventurer. Our wayward youths could learn much from a man like you. The battle is won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to Little Ala Mhigo. Wait, we've come all this way. We have to get the crystals. They're right there, right for the picking. Have you learned nothing, Wilred? Did you not see those tempered wretches? Such is the fate of those who are touched by a god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No one said anything about... The masked man told us we could defeat the Empire if we summoned Rhalgr. He swore. Enough. I will hear the rest of you this sorry tale back in Little Ala Mhigo. I dare say Gale will wish to hear it as well. Oh, just bring me with you. Thank you, outsider. Your victory is already the talk of the town. That may not mark the end of the Core Brigade, but at least now they know we're not afraid to fight back. And to think these men and women were once my countrymen. Do they know no shame? Back in the heyday of Ala Mhigo, the Core Brigade served our nation with pride and honor. It saddens me to see what they've become, but I would slay them down to the last if it would ensure that they besmirch our homeland's name no more. I don't want any of those. No more lies, Wilred. Tell us everything. I was outside with the others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us about summoning Rhalgr, about using crystals, and then just vanished. We never saw him again. I wanted so desperately to believe that we could raise ourselves from the squalor that I never stopped to question his motives. But I should have known. There's no solution, nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Wilred. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Ala Mhigo lives on within us. It is for you to decide what to make of this legacy, but whatever you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventurer, an outsider. I won't. I promise. Thank you for saving me, and sorry I tried to kill you. Brat. My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind souls such as you out there. Little Ala Mhigo may not have much in the way of comfort, but you'll always be welcome here. I don't want this crap. Would that we had more information to offer, but what Wilred told you is the extent of the knowledge of our masked stranger. Left unchecked, that man will bring about pain and suffering. I pray that you find and put a swift end to the creature, for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned words. Report to Minfilia! You know what that means. We have to go back to the Waking Sands, trip number 9. Back to square one. Good evening, Gale. I trust your investigation is faring well. Not really. Still here moping, Thancred. Ah, Gale, pray do not concern yourself with my welfare. My current investigation has yielded some curious results, and at present I am pondering how best to proceed. Okay, that's what you said last time I came in here. I'm guessing nobody's really changed since then. You're talking about everybody's gonna wear a mask someday. Yep. Okay. Talk to Minfilia and then see if y'all switch up. Okay, the two Lalas guarding the door are adorable. Welcome back, Gale. I'm reliably informed that the investigation took you to Quarrymill and Little Ala Mhigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of Lahabrea? Yeah, he talks some kids and trying to summon Rhalgr. Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, you say? Precisely the kind of deception that the Ascians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by a malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this, while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Minfilia a dull scion. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Ahem. Maybe we ought to rest a while before speaking further of the investigation. While you were tending to business in Thanalan, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends, the Sylphs. An individual fitting Lahabrea's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the self-same area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we will pick up Lahabrea's trail once more. Noraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Gale. Now y'all should have changed your words. Is Thancred still sitting out here? Still pondering how best to proceed. You're still looking for your brother? Zzz. You're still talking about comfortable masks? Yep, okay. You two are still at it. Okay, how about you two? Noraxi and I both wear a mask. We're getting along famously. I just know it. Look, Noraxia, I realize that this mask makes no sense to you, but you must try to be more discreet. Years ago, a law was enacted in Ul'dah whereby... Please, just trust me and stay out of sight. Walking one to investigate Sinister One? Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with a Walking One in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a Digging One named Meffrid had an encounter with a scary Masked One. This Masked One is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Medrad. Digging One is to be found in Fallgourd Float in the North Shroud. Alright, what's the closest place I am to North Shroud? Zoom out. Just Gridania then. Okie dokie. And I'm actually going to be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. So, one moment. Okay, I'm back. And we want to go to North Shroud through the Yellow Serpent Gate. Yay, I've discovered the entire land. You know, I really feel like the quest to get your Chocobo companion was in Quarrymill. Let me check this first. That's so not the one I meant to click on. Okay, this quest is available. Speaking with Doshet in South Shroud. X17. Okay, it's down there. I hadn't been down there yet. And it's about quest 30. But we're still only at 27. Okay, we'll get there when we get there. I feel like these are level 1s. These would have been the training ones. Some of the training ones if you started in Gridania. Yep, level 6. You've come to lend a hand, have you? Well then, you're welcome to a task from these seemingly never-ending lists. I'll need you to head west along the road and scrub down 2 of the Malmstones. I swear by Nafika, those signs accumulate dirt and grime with almost unnatural haste. Speak with Quidwana at Tree Speak Stables once you've seen to them. She'll be glad to hear the Malmstones are clean, for the next 3 bells at least. Welcome to Tree Speak Stables. This is where most of the Gridanians' chocobos are broken in for riding prior to beginning their working lives as rental birds or twin adder mounts. Greetings! The crafting facility here at Tree Speak Stables is primarily for the purpose of forging tools for the stable hands, but our doors, assuming we had any, are open to all. If you got a mind to make yourself useful, why don't you call some Mightlands for us? We train a lot of chocobos here, see, and the youngins go wild when they get a sniff of Mightland. Some even throw their bloomin' riders. Let me tell you, it ain't easy training a chocobo when she drops you on your head every time she sees a shadow. We've been getting nowhere with the birds lately. If you could rid us of a few Mightlands, we'd be in your debt. Render. Chocobos are sensitive and timid creatures by nature, but they are more than capable of defending themselves if they must. Why, just the other day I carelessly trod on a bird's toe and received a nasty peck on the rear for my trouble. Thankfully, my leathers prevented serious injury, but sitting is still rather painful. If you want for work, I have need an adventurer willing to dirty his hands. No, I speak not of dark needs. I mean only you have to deliver something. I myself would not dare venture deep into the Twelvewood, but you seem more than capable of defending yourself. My colleague, Gillian, will furnish you with the item in question and provide all the necessary directions. She should be somewhere behind the stables, supervising the field hands. I'm going to be carrying poop. That's my guess. I'm going to be carrying poop. If it's Hurstmill you want, then head north. If you simply wish to stretch your legs, I'd suggest doing it somewhere safer. Take a leisurely stroll around these parts, and you'll like to end up fodder for a slavering beast. Welcome to 12 Speak Stables. This is where we train chocobos that were bred out at Bratbench Meadows in the Central Shroud. By all means, have a look around, but I would ask you to refrain from entering the stables proper. The younger birds take fright easily enough without an unending procession of adventurers gaping at them. Well, I'll be. Vion actually found someone willing to lend a hand. Grab one of them burlap sacks over yonder, atop the crate. Aye, tain't the most convenient location to be sure, but where else can we store that stinking shit? Nowhere a visiting customer might catch a whiff, that's for sure. Deliver it to Nolanel down at the Blessed Bud. That's west of here, in case you were wondering. Seems our conjurer friend takes his gardening pretty bloomin' seriously. Told ya! this won't be hard. There's the other one. That odor. Is that what I think it is? This old flaxen bag contains something soft and warm. Ew. Praise be to the elementals. I cannot thank you enough for your kindness. This bounty of chocobo manure shall nourish the plants and ensure their continued growth. Please relay my sincerest thanks to Vion upon your return to Treespeak Stables, and as a word of advice, wash your hands quickly, lest the cloying stench of feces linger. Ew. Welcome back, friend. I gather from that smell that the task is complete. Oh my, did I neglect to inform you of the sack's contents? I cannot apologize enough. That would certainly explain why you agreed to help when countless others turned their noses up at the idea, so to speak. Well, what's done is done. Please accept this for your troubles, along with my thanks. Itchy back. Ow, that hurt. Thank you for your help. We can finally get back to training the young birds. Chocobo's skittish by nature, see, and training them takes a deal of patience. It don't make the task any easier that soldiers and adventurers tend to ride them towards danger rather than away from it. Any road, we're grateful for the help. Here's a small token of our gratitude. You have more? We haven't forgotten how ye helped us with the Mitelans. Speaking of which, if you could spare a bit of time to spare, could I trouble ye to gather some aphids? You can find them living in the tangled undergrowth near Blessed Bud, but don't be surprised if your presence attracts a starving ladybug or two. They're rather fond of the weevil, can't you see? When you've gathered the aphids, deliver them to Captain Gulthrit over at Etat Spire, and tell him the Treespeak Stables send its regard. What's that? You've been cleaning malmstones? Why, thank you. With all the chores that need doing around here, I was afraid they would be left to get even filthier. It's not just that they're an eyesore, by the way. In that state, the creatures around here are wont to lay their eggs on them. As to why, well, I can only presume they prefer nesting trees are in short supply these days. Be that as it may, we can't have monsters hatching from roadside signs. The paths are dangerous enough as it is. Perhaps a sprinkling of sting brew would keep the beast away. Can you make me sprinkle the sting brew? Did you hear about Damata of Hurstmill? Apparently Opo Opos crept into her stores and made off with her moon tui beans. Ordinarily Opo Opos wouldn't go near them, what with their foul odor and even fouler taste, but food has become scarce of late. Truth be told, a good many of us are glad to be rid of the stench. Still, I can't stand to see Damata so dispirited. Would you track down those thieving Opo Opos and recover the Muntui beans? I'm told 6 bags were taken, all told. Damata is well respected by all women of Hurstmill, so it would do you well to earn her favor. So be polite, smile, and don't interrupt if she goes off on one of her tangents. Hurstmill lies just to the north of here. You'll like to run into Opa Opos on the way. With luck, you may even encounter the bean thieves themselves. What's that? You have something for me? Ah, aphids from Bodwine. This is a blessing. Indeed. What use have we for aphids, you ask? Why, they're oil, of course. There is naught better for maintaining our weapons. Were it not for your timely delivery, I have been forced to send a sentry to replenish our dwindling supplies. I'll have to thank Bodwin personally, and thanks to you as well, friend. Ah, Gale, just the fellow. Your efforts on behalf of Treespeak Stables mark you out as a genuine talent. If you have confidence in your battlecraft, mayhap you would agree to help us fight against the Ixal. According to report, Ixali scouts have been sighted near the river, due west of here. Though the area is uninhabited, it borders Treespeak Stables and Blessed Bud. We mean to drive them off before they can threaten our people. If several of their scouting parties were to be summarily dispatched, it might give their leaders cause to doubt the wisdom of their plan. Slay 2 Ixali Dual Talons, 2 Ixali Lostwings, and 2 Ixali Slowbeaks. Show them the price they must pay for settling foot in our territory. And done. was bloody work, but it had to be done. Your service to Gridania will not be forgotten. Thanks to you, we now have the time to plot our next move. We could muster our forces and take the battle to the Birdmen, or consolidate our defenses before their return. I must needs consult with the commander. Off to Hurstmill. And then maybe we'll get to Fallgourd Float. Oops, wrong way. You are come to the hamlet of Hurstmill. Lest you wonder, our outskirts are tightly patrolled to counter the Ixali threat. I may add that those same patrols will not hesitate to deal with any who threaten the peace of our citizens. Do not imagine yourself above the laws. I ain't seen your face around here before. It's my sworn duty to keep the peace in Hurstmill and protect her from them as would do her people harm. If you mean to stay for a spell, you'll have to prove you can be trusted. Ours ain't a large community, and we have hardly any fighting folk, so there's always a need for battle-savvy types, what with the beasties lurking hereabouts. As it happens, we've been suffering from an outbreak of midges of late, the buggers driving our patrols to distraction. Now, if you were to exterminate, say, half a dozen swarms, we'd know ye for a friend. Hurstmill may be a quaint village compared to the great cities, but this simple settlement is no less precious to those who live here. There's something to be said for having such a comforting place to come home to. Caught a spear in the thigh once during his hustle with the birdmen. Aches like the seven hells when bad weather is on the way, but at least I know when to stay indoors. You need not fear the Ixil here. Hurstmill lies under the protection of the elementals and the elder Seedseer herself. It's a little less chaotic now that the fate's over. The water wheel is the pride of Hurstmill. Many here would gladly lay down their lives to defend it. I have traveled thousands of malm in search of Eorzea's greatest weaponsmith. Instead, I have found the most detestable specimen of man imaginable. Yeah, that's him over here. Gods, I've been dry as a bone for the past 6 balls. Mead, just give me enough mead to wet me lips. You're a drunk. Keep an eye out on your travels for odd feathers on the ground. Chances are the Ixil are not far away. The birdmen often adorn themselves with feathered decorations, you see. Seems the wretched creatures are trying to emulate the wings with which their ancestors were born. I once witnessed the Ixil tearing my friend to pieces, and my only thought was to flee in terror. Perhaps an adventurer is hardened to such sights. But me, the sight will haunt me for the rest of my days. Though we may soothe the suffering of our people, there is little we can do to dispel their fears. When the opposites collide, it's nature's way that the greater force prevails. Lend us your strength, adventurer, that we might overcome our enemies. I suppose there's nothing to be done. What's this, that, young man? You have something for me? A hempen bag filled halfway with ripe Moontui beans. My missing bag of Moontui beans? But how? You didn't track down those wretched Opo-Opos, did you? I had but all given up hope before you arrived, but with these beans I can make enough Moontui tonic for everyone in Hurstmill. As long as I have enough microchew leaflets to flavor it, there should be no complaints. Speaking of which, my son drank unflavored Moontui tonic the other day. One of his friends challenged him to do it, he said. And do you know what? He drained the whole cup in one great gulp without making so much as a face. Oh, he grows stronger and braver by the day, nay, the very hour. Either that or my secret recipe is rather more delicious than I imagined. Now that I think about it, a good many people have described the taste as unforgettable. Oh dear, if I'm to make this much Moontui tonic, I'll need far more microchew leaflets. Young man, would you be so kind as to fetch me 4 leaflets from the microchews outside the hamlet? I'm whipping up a fresh batch of Moontui tonic, you see. Oh, it's a lovely drink, absolutely bursting with nutrients and goodness. I'll have you know I always drink at least 1 cup a day. Alas, few people share my passion for healthy living. Truth be told, most won't touch the stuff. Not unless you add microchew leaves anyway. Apparently, the taste and the smell are too distracting, or some such nonsense. Oh, but listen to me prattling on like an Ishgardian priest. I'll stop talking and start stirring. Well, don't just stand there, dear. Run along and fetch me those leaves. This batch will be ready soon, and it'd be such a shame if no one could drink it but me. You have the look of an adventurer. Adventurers love little tasks, do they not? Well, I need you to head into the forest and pick a glimmer shroom for me. You haven't the faintest idea what a glimmer shroom is, do you? Glimmer shroom is the common name for a variety of fungus with a white phosphorescence. What did you say? A glowing mushroom? Yes, I suppose you could put it that way. There is a colony on the rock face in the southwest of Peace Garden. But do not simply pick the first you come across. The brightest glowing mushroom you can find, if you please. Well, yes, I would love to be able to harvest glimmer shrooms for myself, but there is a small matter of Ixali scouts. Not terribly friendly, those chaps. Off you go, then. Let's head this way since that's where I have to go pick up the other stuff. You've done us a kindness and proven yourself capable besides. Take this with Hurstmill's thanks. Oh, before you go, I thought of something else you could do for us. Would you mind going to Hedgetree and seeing that all's well? Since ancient times, the tree has guarded these woods with her holy presence. Lately, though, we've been hearing reports of Ixil pecking around in her vicinity. No more than scouts, I'd wager, but if they were to lay their filthy hands on the hedge tree, well, it don't bear thinking about. So I'd be much obliged if you'd head southeast to the hedge tree and see that no harm has come to her. Oh, and if you chance encounter any Ixil, send 'em packing. Be warned, though, the birdmen ain't light to take their leave without a fight. Make sure you go well prepared and keep your eyes peeled, alright? Were you able to find the glimshrooms? A variety of fungus found in a peace garden that naturally emits a soft white glow. Ah, would you look at that glow? Perfect! This is what helps me mix a potent remedy for the creeping death. To forestall the obvious question, the creeping death is a deadly plague that once ravaged the Hyrian population of Gridania. Though it can now be cured through simple conjuring, it doesn't hurt to have a ready supply of the medicine. After all, out here at Hurstmill, we cannot always rely on a conjurer to be on hand whenever a youngling coughs. Thank the matron for wandering adventures, though, Ah, you're back. Did you manage to find the microchew leaflets I asked for? A tender, fleshy leaf taken from a microchew. Let's see. Yes, that's 4 all right. Ah, such a lovely scent. Now, you gathered only the 4 I asked for and not one more, yes? Oh, I know I shouldn't have to ask, but these days, more and more people forget to take only what they need. If we're to live in harmony with the wood, we must respect life and remember what it means to take. Never be wasteful. Know the value of life and know the value of our time here in this world. That's why I always live my life to the fullest, wasting nary a moment and nary a word. Nay, not such as a single one. Remember, if you mean to remain in the Twelves Wood, you must be ever mindful to show respect and gratitude to the forest and to the elementals. You know, you remind me of my son. He's a good boy, but sometimes forgets what it means to be a Gridanian. Why, just the other day, I caught him and his friends throwing Moontui beans at each other. Needless to say, I was terribly cross. Who wouldn't be? And all set to give them a memorable scolding when I noticed they were playing in teams and that my son was leading the winners. Oh, I know I shouldn't have been proud, but when I saw the way he marshaled his troops, by which I mean his friends, it was so clear to me that he was a born leader. Where was I? Oh yes, you see, later that day I was cooking dinner and he, quite without prompting, offered to watch the vegetables. He's such a good boy, you know. Okay. Go to the hedge tree. Oh, my eyes are watering. Slew an Ixil, did ye? Ha! Bloody birds'll think twice before comin' near our hamlet. The Ixil once dwelt in the Twelveswood, you know, but long ago they woke the Green Wrath and were driven out. Needless to say, they weren't best pleased when us Gridanians took their place here. In fact, it's none other than this resentment what kindled their hatred for us. Ah, but I expect I'm boring ye. By defending the hedge tree, you've once more proven yourself a friend to Hearstmill. If you can spare a moment, I ask that you speak with others in the hamlet. Many of us here could use a hand, and I can think of none better to assist them. I kind of already have. But I've unlocked another. Pardon me, good sir. Might you be the adventurer of whom Idbort speaks so highly? If you could but spare a moment. I've never thought myself a popular girl, and men rarely give me cause to believe otherwise. Yet lately I've been the recipient of several gifts. Sparkling jewels and fine silks over which a prouder maid than I would surely swoon. All from an anonymous admirer. Naturally I was flattered, but I knew nothing of my mysterious benefactor. And so I endeavored to seek him out, only to discover that it is none other than Aelbort, an infamous rogue wanted for countless robberies in Gridania. I realize now that all of his presents were taken from others, and that I have unwittingly won the affections of a dangerous criminal. But that's not all. With his latest gift came a request. He insists that we meet in the woods outside of Hearstmill, where he intends to present me with his most precious gift. I am at a loss. I beg of you, good sir, will you not go in my stead? I only wish to be left in peace, but I fear a man such as he may be driven to violence when made to hear such words. I pray no harm comes to you. Okay. Killed him. A sweetly scented letter dropped by Aelbort. All for naught. I give thanks that you're unharmed at least. A letter for me? My dearest Emiria, I pray this letter finds you well. I know my gifts were sudden and many, but I hope they were to your liking. Seeing you in the first summer of your womanhood, I could restrain myself no longer. My thoughts have been only for you these past many moons, of what gifts might bring you happiness. Yet to see you smile from afar is not nearly enough. I long to live together with you in Hearstmill, and nothing would bring me greater joy. I would give you a grand garden filled with white chamomile you love so. But such dreams can never come true. My crimes are known and will never be forgiven. The most I can hope for you is for you to know my heart. That would grant me a measure of peace, and so, if it does not cause you distress, I would write to you again. Yours ever, Aelbort. Thank you for bringing me this letter, Gale. His most precious gift, I understand now, but how did he know my favorite flower? Is Aelbort? No, it can't be. Anyway, we must return the presents to the rightful owners. I know it will not erase this Aelbort's sin, but perhaps the 12 will view him more kindly. Forgive me this final request, but could you go to Gridania and speak with a woman named Mion? You should find her in Carline Canopy. Tell her of all that transpired here. She'll know what to do. Okay, that should wrap up the beginning. We're gonna go to Fallgourd Float, and maybe later we'll turn that in. It's raining, it's pouring. I'm not gonna sneak through Ixil Land, actually. We'll go back this way. Should wrap up soon. path west of here is no place for fledgling explorers. Vicious does not begin to describe the monsters that dwell across this bridge. Oh dear, I have kindled your curiosity, haven't I? Well, do not come running to me when some abomination bites you clean in half. I'm no newbie. Come on in, lad, and take a seat. One of those adventurers, are you? Well then, welcome to Fallgourd Float. If you're looking to rub shoulders with more of your colleagues, you could also try the Bobbing Cork, north of the Aetheryte. Sometimes I wonder which is harder to find, a vein of gold or a good man. But I swear, one day I will find the motherlode. My fellows and I live one day at a time, using the proceeds of the morning's haul to buy the evening's tankard. It is an unpredictable way of life, but I would not exchange it for aught else. Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I just look death in the face. 'Tis only a matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. You wanted words with Meffrid? Well, as you can see, that might be tricky. He's been this way near a fortnight. If you need him to make sense in a hurry, it might be as I can give you some advice. Though he looks a man grown, Meffrid's still a little boy on the inside. You might try feeding him a serving of lentils and chestnuts, his mother's specialty. Stuff should be easy enough to find in Gridania. Oh, and a few soothing words wouldn't go astray either. Nothing like Mummy's cooking and her expert ministrations for a skinned knee, as it were. I need a serving of lentils and chestnuts. Alright, well then I guess we will go back to Gridania. Turn that in. Pick up the food. Oh, I should have attuned to the Aetheryte. Well, we'll clock out in Gridania after we pick up the food, and then head back to North Shroud next week. As if I'm not busy enough without playing Lost and Found. Oh, do forgive me, friend. Once again, one of our customers has departed without her belongings, and I'm at a loss for what to do about it. While I understand that adventurers have many cares in their mind, it would make my life much easier if they could keep their personal effects in order. But you'd not come here to lend an ear to my grumblings. This is the book in question. The face of its owner was unfamiliar to me, but Ural over there seemed quite smitten with her, as with every pretty lass he lays his eyes on. But that's neither here nor there. Might I trouble you to inquire as to the girl's whereabouts? I found the man to be less than forthcoming ever since I spurned his advances. Not sure what that unlocks. A message from Mary of Hurstmill, you say? I see. Oh, airboard, you fool. I'll deal with the stolen goods, worry not. Yes, I know of the boy and his family. He once lived in this very town. One day he stole a handful of chamomile seeds from an influential merchant in the ebony stalls. You see, This boy had a sister, and chamomile was her favorite flower. Seeking only to make his sister happy, I doubt he grasped the gravity of his act. Regardless, his parents felt that he had brought terrible shame to the family, and so they disowned him. Cast out of hearth and home, he grew desperate, and those who think only of survival think little of law. A common enough tale, perhaps, but no less tragic for it. And now you know the truth. The sister Aelbert loved so dearly is Emeria. Emeria was too young to remember when Aelbert left, so her parents decided to conceal his existence. However, word of the boy's banishment soon spread, and her parents were forced to move to Hurstmill to maintain the fiction. By now, Emeria surely heard rumors of her long-lost brother, though a gentle girl like her would never question her parents' honesty, and whatever faint memories she once may have had are long gone. But Aelbert has never forgotten Emeria. Despite the danger, I suspect he now keeps close to Trigonania, refusing to leave his beloved sister a second time. I'll send Emeria some chamomile seeds by way of thanks for helping us to recover the stolen goods. If only it were as simple as returning them to their rightful owners. Sadly, Aelbert's crimes will not be so easily forgiven. But perhaps by the time these seeds have sprouted and their flowers boomed, he will have found a new path. Ugh, that was a mouthful. The sweet little thing with the journal? Of course I remember her, and remember her well. Had a smile to warm her heart, and a laugh, a lilt one might say, to tickle the depths of the soul. And she was most eager to hear tales of my many travels, which speaks to a keen and sensitive mind. Jilly, I believe, was her maid? No, that's not right. Jilly was the redhead from last week. Damned if I can remember. You must understand, no small number of comely lasses seek out my company. I dare say keeping all the names and faces straight is an adventure in itself. Any road, the girls spoke of paying a visit to Apcayu Falls up before traveling on. Like as not, you'll find her there now, shedding a tear or two at our parting. Do pass along my regards if you see her. She should be readily recognizable in that charming straw hat of hers. Independent culinarian. That's what I'm looking for. And I want lentils and chestnuts. Okay. I don't know what this unlocks, which makes me intrigued. Or more, I don't recall what this unlocks. Pardon, I don't believe we've met. You something of mine, you say? Within its brittle pages are detailed sketching of landscapes and vistas numbering in the hundreds. Okay. Unlock sightseeing. My journal, thank the 12. In my haste to escape the clutches of that insufferable mutton-monger, it slipped my mind entirely. Might I be so bold as to ask your name? You have my gratitude, Gale. It may not look like much, but I count this humble diary among my most prized possessions. Its pages brim with tales of the most heart-stirring sights to be seen in our realm, as told to me by the sensitive souls I have met in the travels across Eorzea, tales that have struck me with a most incurable case of wanderlust. As an adventurer, you too have seen the realm, I am sure, but I would ask you, Gale, have you truly seen her, borne witness to Eorzea and the myriads of splendor? Have you stood in the palm-fringed beaches of Costa del Sol just as the sun peeks out over the horizons, its rays kissing the sands beneath your feet? Have you lost yourself in the night sky of Sagoli, drift amidst a boundless sea of stars? But why do I even try to convey with words that which must be seen to be appreciated? To our fortune, whithersoever we wander, Eorzea's beauty is but a stone's throw away. If I may quote from my journal. Yes, this is the one. Afore the fane, beneath the two that are as one, her divine cup runneth over with light ethereal. Such were the conjurer's words, and I would see as she saw. I saw for myself before coming here, and I can assure you the conjurer spoke true. Indulge me, go there and look out upon the beauty before you. I would hear your thoughts. Okay. That's just going to unlock the sightseeing, kind of endgamey stuff. So I think I'll just go ahead and worry about that stuff and clear some of these leave crap that we don't care about off stream just to get done with it. But we will continue our adventures and understand the terror at Fallgourd next time. So thank you all and have a good week.